All right, guys. What is up? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We have a lot going on this morning, and I honestly don't know where to start. Oops. Hmm. DFFN starting to come up. What's up, Daniel B? Good morning, buddy. Got all kinds of potential here. MDGS is actually looking pretty decent right now. I just don't know what is going to be the play. Y10 coming up now. That's not doing anything. That's not doing anything. That's not doing anything. Nothing there yet. So, a lot of different plays, but right at the open, I'm interested in NAKD, DFFN, and MDGS. I know INO's been climbing this morning as well. But I don't know. It's a lot of press releases this morning. A lot of press releases. So I'm just trying to wait things out. See which stocks are going to keep moving, which ones are not. Where's the volume going to go? That is the question. We got some stocks with good press releases that don't have much volume, like APOP has no volume, but they're achieving milestones. IDXG with a really good press release. They have a contract with Avalon Healthcare, and then where's it at? Blue Cross Blue Shield. So they got contracts with some big companies, and it's not got any volume yet. IDXG is very low float, so if it does start getting volume, could rip. Same thing with APOP, achieving milestones. I think I just said that. What's up, One Life? Good morning, buddy. So I don't know. There's just a lot of potential this morning all over the place, and I don't know where to start really. NAKD, in case you don't know, because there's not a press release up here, but NAKD has the 13G filing from Friday, and it's get some attention from that. But somebody bought 500,000 shares of NAKD, so Iliad Management or something like that, and it's been getting attention today since then. So I do not know. I do not know what is going to be the runner. NAT coming down some. It's one of them oil plays. And see, we got volume on a lot of plays too. Like all these plays have over a million in volume so far. These top 1, 2, what is that? 6, 7, and Z-Sand's close to a million. Y10 with 500,000. So volume is just spread out everywhere. What's up, Dom? Good morning, buddy. Volume is all over the place. Alright, so we're opening up here. Let's see what happens. I actually like this U shape on Y10. If Y10 breaks $8, see where's that 100 at? Yeah, the 100's right there at $8 too. Yeah, so Y10, if it breaks $8, it's got some room to start moving, at least up to 10 probably. AYTU, this garbage thing, made a nice move this morning. What's up, Josh? Good morning. IDGX popping up straight to 640 so far. IDGX might be one to keep on watch. The press release is really good, so does have some resistance at 650 area, 660, $7. So it does have a lot of resistance ahead of it, but Twitter's moving so far. Let's see, SPY's at 285. FN selling off, that's selling off. It's alright. NAKD. Oh, NAKD is halted? Yeah, NAKD was halted. So missed that. Let's see what this does out of this halt in a little bit. MDGS coming back down to the support level from Friday. Some potential there. Take XBIO off for now. I'll always add it back later. Atos is starting to come up. Slowly creeping up to this 250 area. That's going to be strong resistance. Break at 250 though. Yeah, break at 250. This has room to move. Yeah, you may be right about that, Josh. See a NAT coming up trying to get above 7. No, MDGS just started popping off of that support there. Just broke pre-market high. I've got this collaboration agreement. It's too many. There's too many plays. There's too many possibilities right now. See, it started moving and it's right back down again. I'm afraid to touch anything because if something has a little pop, let's see, INO popping up to 1650. OAS popping up to 50 cents. But volume is so spread out. Like if I hop in something, it could easily just turn around if volume decides to go somewhere else. Let's see. Actually, I kind of like APOP. APOP doesn't have that much resistance ahead of it. Support at 230 down there. Okay. Just no volume yet on it. MDGS looks like it kind of wants to move, but it's got that 260 something resistance, 270 resistance. That's got to break. A lot of possibilities. I think AVDL is probably too high up. APOP is slowly climbing up here. Y10 making a... Yeah, Y10's down here at the 635, 650 area. Just got to be patient and wait things out. That's just all there is to it. Because I can't really justify anything yet. But I am liking APOP, how it's right here at this resistance. It's 265 resistance. If it can break, just doesn't have a lot of volume yet. But APOP's made some nice moves before. VXRT. Let's see, APOP. Let's see. APOP's ass just moved up to 269. Let's see, VXRT. Oh yeah, VXRT popping already. Damn, it's too many plays. Just want to put 100 shares on each of them with a stop loss and just wait. No, don't do that. That'd be a bad idea. Don't do that. Why are you not going on my watch list? Yeah, there you go. Stop being crazy. I don't know. I kind of think APOP might be about to pop. See, Naked, what'd you get halted on the way down? So Naked getting halted all over the place. MDGS starting to come up. MDGS just broke that 270 area. We're trying to break this 270 area. Let's see where this candle closes at. Let's see if this candle can close over 270. Looks like it's going to. I'm gonna go on MDGS here. Trying to break out. Let's see if it can get it, if that's all it's got. Little pullback there. See if it can get going. A lot of red here. Just kind of pulling back. Looked like it was going to start moving. That's why I jumped in real quick. So let's make sure this pullback ain't going to pull back too hard. What's up, Mark? Good morning. So just bouncing around in this 275, 280 area. I gotta watch this level 2 real close. So I don't want it to dump out on me. See, 275 is trying to be a little support. 270 should try to hold up as some support too. Oh, but it's not there. Let's see if this bounces back up or not. See if it gets balled up down here. This 270 area. Oof. It's getting a little sketchy. Try and give it a second. Make sure this VWAP is going to hold up. This candle needs to close over the VWAP in the 9 here if it's going to. It's going to keep climbing. If not, this could come back down. Got a little resistance at 265, a little selling there. I don't know if this is going to get it or not. I may have screwed the pooch on this one. So got 30 seconds for this candle to close over the VWAP. Starting to look a little sketchy here. So it closed right at the VWAP. I don't know if I like that or not. Yeah, this is kind of getting real sketchy. Let's see. We do have support at 250. If 250 can hold up, let's see. See if we can get back above that VWAP here. I'm just gonna try to be. I Don't want to put a limited order in and then get hit for no reason though. But I also don't want to take a big loss. A lot of selling at 260. Or one big seller, but he's getting taken out right now, so that's pretty decent. Let's see, get back over 260 and get over that VWAP. Put a stop loss at 249 in case it cracks. Actually, here, let me move it to 248. So 250 cracks, it's going to come back down quite a bit, and I don't want to hold it any longer than that. Yeah, so there's that loss. So I was worried about it cracking, so. See, AYTU coming up to 190. What else do we got? Naked down to 115. APOP did pop up to 290. I went with the wrong one. I should have went with APOP. Pretty wild. AYTU is coming out. Oh, nice job, Josh. Nice job getting a little win in there. AYTU's got a lot of volume. Needs to break 2. See, INO coming down. OAS coming down. DFFN coming up a little bit. NAT looks like it's going down. NAKD kind of going sideways. VXRT trying to climb a little bit. KD coming up a little bit here. Actually, it's kind of building some higher lows. This is a low at a dollar, and it came down at $1.02. I'd have liked to got it at $1.02. That'd have been a good bounce play. Let's see, AYTU is still coming up. Is AYTU gonna try to break $2 here? Is today gonna be the day that AYTU gets frisky? YTU looks like it wants to try to break too. I'm gonna go 100 shares on AYTU just to see if it's gonna break two here, just to see if they're gonna let it rip finally. Some big buyers coming in on this too. Let's see if that all that manipulation and all that's gonna finally let loose and let this guy go. This is getting a lot of action right now. Yeah, on AYTU, yeah, I know what you mean. I'm just giving it a chance. That's why I only want 100 shares, just because I don't want to go crazy with AYTU. But if it is gonna start, going, I wanna be in there. So there's quite a bit of buy-in that's been coming in so far. There's a lot of sellers at $2, but those sellers could get taken out. Let's see. See $2 pop up on the ask again. There's a lot of selling at $1.99 and $2. And it keeps pushing up there. Tilray took off. Tilray. I'm going to put a stop loss right here under the VWAP in the 9. And then I'm going to have to run for a few minutes. This is a good opening of that candle. It probably have a pullback down to 190, I would say, before it tries to start coming back up to 2 again. So let's see, what else is there? Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Give me just a few minutes. All right. Okay, so AYTU stopped me out. Great. That's all right. This that's what I was worried about this morning. Too many press releases. It's gonna be hard to figure out what is going to run. So I've already took a couple losses here. See, NAKD back down to $1. It's bounced off $1 twice now. See if $1 can hold up there. Y10's still slowly climbing up as well. There's nothing there. Nothing on APOP. Nothing really there. TOS. See VXRT still climbing. MDGS consolidating right now. DFN is just selling off. Take DFN off. OAS coming back up a little bit. Alright, those sold off a whole lot. This guy sold off. Not really there. ZSAN, nothing yet. See MDGS coming back down to this support area. See AYTU coming back up to 2. See, I was thinking with all the PR and volume we got in the market today, we might actually see some breakouts on some of these plays, but we've not really seen a breakout other than VXRT. But it just immediately popped coming out right out the gate, so it wasn't really a chance to try to get in on it. So now I'm just looking for something that support. And if NAKD can hold up $1, I may look to try to get in it. I want to give it a few more minutes. Same thing with MDGS. If MDGS could hold up this support line, could be a chance. I don't know. MDGS just gets held up at resistance so hard. It got held up at 270 real hard, and then just now it got held up at 290 real hard. See YTN trying to break $8 here. So I want to see if this actually breaks out. So we keep having moves up, but we're not getting the breakouts. Scalped INO, nice. Oh, and if any ads, if anybody gets ads during the live stream, let me know. That shouldn't happen, but I just got monetized, so I don't. I'm still trying to figure out all the settings, and I absolutely do not want any ads happening while I'm in a live stream. So if anybody gets any, just please let me know so I can cut that off if it is on. I don't think it is, but. But for some reason it is. I want that off there because I don't want ads playing during the live stream. So Y10 still struggling with 8. NAT looks like it's slowly trying to come up. I'm gonna give NAKD here just a couple more minutes. See, still Y10 still struggling with $8. It's trying to break. Here it goes. Let's see if it's gonna break. It's starting to pop up a little bit here. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna. Well, maybe. It looks like it wants to try to break. And then it just made a new high a day, so this candle, as long as this candle closes over $8, still got 3.5 minutes before that happens, but if it can close over $8, that could be the break. See, that's what I'm saying. That candle need to close, and now it's back under 8 again, so it's still struggling with 8. So NAKD is still held up $1. I think I might go on NAKD. Yeah, I'm gonna go on NAKD, and then as long as it holds up $1, then we're good. But I want to see if it's gonna start U-shaping back around. And I'm in at 105. So we'll see. See if buying at support works. This is the third time a dollar is held up. Y10's back over 8. So maybe Y10 will get the breakout. We'll actually see a breakout. Yeah, some of you guys, new guys don't know what I'm talking about. See, there's a line you can draw right here, right at $1, and a lot of these candles bounced off of $1. So that's what I'm going on, is this dollar support, if it can hold up. What? What's your problem, Daniel B? It's too late now. I'm already in. I'm gung-ho today. Gung-ho and firing off, which was not a good idea, so... Turn off computer and go watch TV. I'm trading crazy today. Is that what you're telling me, Daniel B? I know. I know my first two trades already have been crazy. This one I feel a little bit better about though, because I'm buying at support. I'm not buying at resistance. Those other two trades I was buying at resistance, looking for the breakout, and we just wasn't getting them. I need to see $1 hold up. Do not want $1 crack in here. It's testing that dollar support again. So this may not be able to get it either. There we go. Got some buying at $1. Yeah, it doesn't look. It's really testing that dollar support. I do not like that. It needs to come back up right now. It needs to get off of $1. Really testing that dollar support right now. I do not like that. Do not like that at all. Get off that dollar. There we go. Oof. All over the place here. It was right up to $1.02 and then right back down. Let's see. This candle's got a minute, and that's almost 2 minutes to close. It needs to close over $1. Starting to crack $1 here. See if it gets bought back up as soon as this candle closes. Unless this candle really starts dumping on me, then I gotta get out. Lion King? What's that mean, one live? What did you put the Lion King in there for? So we got 40 seconds to close to try to get it back above $1 here. A lot of selling at $1. At $1 now. If the dollar starts holding up as resistance, this is not going to hold up. This is going to get ugly. This needs to get back up to $1 like right now. It's still higher than this low, but it needs to come up, not go down anymore. Man, this is sketchy. It's not looking good for me. So I may be paying for being too gung-ho today. It may end up costing me pretty decently. I don't want to risk much more on this either. This easily could just keep selling off since we've cracked that dollar support. Starting to crack 97 cents too here. Yeah, this is not looking good. Yeah, it's starting to crack. I'm going to get out. Yep, so that didn't work out either. Nothing working out for me today. So just some bad trading. See, naked. Now you're going to come back up, really, right after I get out? Okay. So Y10 did get that $8 break. So there we did get an actual breakout on something. It's ran $1 so far, but it broke that $8 mark. Yeah, nice. Good job, One Life. One Life killing it. You got it in a 790, 783. Yeah, you're doing real good. So very nice on YTEN. See, AVDL, no, that didn't come up any. MDGS still hasn't come up really either. So it looks to me like YTN here is the only thing that's got a breakout this morning. All the PR out, and YTN is the only one that can break. See, SPY is at 285. Let's see, where are we? Oops, there we go. And NAKD actually did get back over $1, so I got shook out. Well, that's unfortunate. VXRT's came all the way back down. Yeah, YTN, the only thing that is really running. Let's see if there's anything. INSC. Check popped up a little bit. SPCB coming up a little bit. BKYI coming up some. Yeah, Y10's basically the only runner. I don't know. MITT, let's see MITT. Yeah, made a nice move back up. 234 to 250. It's not too bad. Let's see, where's exactly the SPY at? SPY looks like it might get up to 290 later this week, possibly. Y10 has a lot of potential though. Now it's through that 100-day. It's got a lot of room to move around. Let's see where you got. Right now it's kind of in this gap back here, so it's got room to $10. And then through $10 it's got room to $12.39 and $14.72. So Y10 still has some potential on it if it doesn't sell off. I'll have to reformulate. Come back tomorrow a lot more disciplined and patient than the way I traded this morning so far. I was just too gung-ho and thought we were going to get more moves than we were getting. See, what do we get? We got some quick moves right out the gate. AYT was a quick move. INO was a quick move. NAT, yeah, kind of. VRXT had a quick move. MDGS had a quick move. See, RDHL, if RDHL keeps coming back up, there could be some potential there. Trying to make a U-shape. Doesn't have a ton of volume on it, though. How's everybody else doing? I know One Life's doing good right now on YTEN. And Daniel B's still probably playing it safe for the time being, which is smart because all these different stocks just make it hard to try to pinpoint which one's going to be a runner. VXRT making a little U shape back up to the VWAP here. Might be an opportunity here if this breaks back above. There you go, Sways. Some potential here on VXRT if his U-shape keeps coming up. It is a very choppy day, too. I mean, there's a lot of volume in the market. It's just the volume is spread out everywhere. I mean, you just look at this, the watch list, 60 million on AYTU, 46 on INO, 29 on AOS, 21 million on NAT, 15 million on NAKD, 15 million on VXRT, 11 million on YTN, 7.5 million on MDGS. I mean, volume is just all over the place. And that's why it's so choppy, because anybody who was gung-ho and ready for Monday like me and was ready to start firing off, we probably have took some unnecessary losses. If we was just patient and waited it out, could have found a good opportunity. So maybe let's see if $8 was a pretty tough resistance line for YTE, and so let's see if $8 holds up. Let's see, the 9 is right there at the $8 mark as well. Yeah, that's what you want. Well, try to develop a plan for tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be a lot more patient tomorrow than I was today. Because it kind of looks like the last couple of weeks where stocks are just not breaking out. We're not getting big runs except for maybe on one stock a day instead of everywhere else. You started trading a 5-minute chart, Mark? Is that what you said? $8 so far holding up there on YTEN. But now for the rest of this stream, I just want to see what everything's going to do. So we have a kind of an idea of what is going to happen tomorrow. And RDHL still slowly coming up. So VRX, yeah, VRXT trying to test that 375 and get back above the VWAP here. Trading less shares. That's smart. That's what I've been doing, is trading the 5-minute only and trying to trade with less shares and buy at support. And the first two trades I took was not buying at support. MDGS and AYTU absolutely was not buying at support. I was looking for the momentum breakouts and they just didn't get it. VRXLT here. Nice open on that candle right above the VWAP. So that's good. That's a nice little U shape so far in VXRT. See YTN cracking $8. IFRX? What the hell is IFRX? This is not in my scanners anyway. IS did make a decent move. 615 up to 666. Nice slow climb. And Naked's starting to come back up. I'm gonna feel real stupid on NAKD if I just got shook out there on that one little tippy tip of this candle and this comes back up. We'll see. We'll see what it does. YTN still trying to hold up 8. VXRT still climbing. So that was a pretty predictable move there to get a little climb. This little perfect little U shape. And see, the other thing is, even with YTN making this break of $8, you know, after seeing a couple other stocks fail, like I really wasn't expecting an YTN to even break. Got held up twice right there. And held up a little bit on this candle, but it did get a nice dollar move. Coming back down now. May have to make a big U shape around. And KD still trying to come up. This ugly POS. I should have known better to even try to get into that garbage. Thought they were going to finally let it free. Let's see, INO popping back up, trying to get back over 15 right now. OAS, the break over 50 cents. But it's got the 200 right here at 56, so it's going to have some trouble with that. NAT might still try to break $7. It's slowly climbed all the way back so far. Just a little ways away from it. YT and ATM bouncing off there. AKD still coming up. I think there's anything on. AVDL just cracked off, so that's not going to do anything. See, INO, yeah, INO just popped back over 15. So INO's starting to move. I don't know why I have L in there. And then AKD still coming up to 110 so far. Just trying to test that 110 area, 110 resistance. And YTN starting to make that U shape. Ooh, MDGS has completely died off of volume. Or all the volumes died anyway. So that 110 made NAKD drop back down. So could have got a nice bounce off of $8 so far. Went up to 40, 840. So that'd have been a nice 40-cent bounce off of $8 mark. Yeah, I've all my funds. I've traded all my funds today, so I can't do anything else. Not that I was going to. I'm just looking. Let's see, NAT getting closer to $7 here. Y10's pushing that 850 area. NAKD still holding up. BXRT still looking pretty decent. And NAT is one of the oil tanker stocks, and they had their CEO said they're creating revenue and whatever else, but definitely has some potential. VRXT is trying to climb up to 390. Get out of here. And RDHL slowly climbing still. Broke over that 850 area and been just slowly moving. ATOS isn't doing anything, so we can take that guy out. Come on. Take that guy off. Oh, OAS is actually breaking through that 200 here. Is there anything I'm not looking at you guys want me to look at? Yeah, let's see. YTN starting to test that $8 support again here. Just still holding up the 9. Let's see. Look at our top percent changes here. On the NASDAQ, YTN is the top one with only a 56 cent gain, or 56% gain. 57 now, but I don't know. Watch list NAKD 112%, but it hasn't really done much since it made the initial rip. So yeah, as much as PR and volume and hype we had this morning, we really have not had that great of a penny stock day. There's some opportunities so far on VRXT and YTEN, but other than that, maybe a few other smaller opportunities on some plays, like RFRX or whatever. Maybe I shouldn't wear 2 shirts, or are you telling Daniel B not to wear 2 shirts? Because I thought Daniel B was against multiple shirt wearing. It's an offense. Oil. Yeah, I mean there's some plays on oil. That's why I have OAS and NAT up here. They're slowly climbing. This is the move on AOS is actually a decent move. 10 cents on a 50-cent stock's a pretty good move. If NAT breaks $7 though and starts running, then that could be a really good move. Let's see. How was WLL doing? This is the one that filed for Chapter 11. It's had a bounce. 23-cent bounce. My problem with oil is there's a lot of uncertainty with oil right now. Like, I don't know what is going on with oil right now, with all the extra oil that Saudi Arabia is producing and ramping up production and all that, and we have an excess I mean, a lot of the buying right now in oil is just dip buying. It's just people buying it because it dropped so hard. But, like, the stocks, I mean, like these tanker stocks, they're going to make some money because they're going to have to move all that oil around. But it just makes me nervous because at any time things could change with oil. Like we having this oil thing with Saudi Arabia and Russia or whatever, and if those two decide, that they want to start burning all the oil up to prove a point or something, and they just burn it all up, then what is oil gonna do then? Probably, I mean, maybe go up, or is it gonna go down more? Like, I don't know. There's just so much uncertainty with oil stocks, but there is opportunities to make money off of them right now at the same time. I'm just not a fan of oil personally. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Daniel B. Everything feels pretty 50-50. You can see YTN cracked that $8 support. So it had a nice dollar run, and now it's coming back down, cracking support. VXRT still holding up as for now. Slowly riding up this 9. And then NAKD is just slowly riding above $1. So yeah, I agree with you, Daniel B. And I had to learn the hard way this morning that it is not as hot as a day as I thought it was gonna be. Because I was really expecting more rips, more consistent moves, and we're just not really seeing much. And look at this, the SPY's up. I figured everybody'd be excited and ready to buy stocks today. And I think from now on Mondays, I'm just gonna sit back and no, dude, I gotta call you Daniel B. Your name is Daniel B. Calling you Daniel. What's wrong with you? But yeah, I think from now on Mondays, I'm just gonna sit back the first 30 minutes, an hour, or maybe even an hour, and see, what happens. 'Cause everything is just so inconsistent right now. Every day is different in this market. Let's see, how's SPCE doing? I just want to see it. Ooh, SPCE ran $1 today so far. Bouncing off of this trend line. Oh, Richard Branson's company. I thought I saw a thing where Richard Branson was asking the government for a bailout, that he wasn't going to be able to keep Virgin Galactic afloat if they didn't give him a bailout. You going to sleep, Kofi? Yeah, I'm probably not gonna keep the stream going for too much longer anyway. I just want to give it a little bit more time to see what everything's kind of doing, so I have an idea for the week. But I got a lot of stuff to do today for sure. They got 2.5. They've got 2 finished planes, and from what I was reading, they've got the third one halfway finished for their space tourism planes. Like I said, they're saying Branson was asking for a government bailout, so I don't know. I don't know if he was just blowing smoke or if he really thinks that they're not going to make it through this economic shutdown. I don't know. What do I have up on my other monitors? I don't know how many people could fit in the plane. I forgot what it said. I have to go read all that information again. I did that video and I read a lot of that stuff, but I can't remember everything from it. I only have 2 monitors, Steven, and what you're seeing is basically what I've got up. The other thing that's on the other monitor is the chat, so I can see what you guys are saying. 6 passengers. It's 6. Okay. So yeah, I thought One Life might know more than I did about SPCE. Is it 250K is the price? Lord have mercy. I couldn't find that in that information. I saw that there was a $1,000 refundable fee or whatever to hold the tickets, but I mean they're trying to. The ships that they're working on are supposed to be able to go to space multiple times. It's not supposed to be like a one shuttle and done. It's supposed to be multiple times. So I mean, if every time they send somebody up, they're making 1.4 million or whatever the math is on that. That's pretty big, but I also don't know how much it cost for those ships to go up. Yeah. Yeah, but it's like One Life saying, Daniel B. It's more than just the space tourism part of it. There's a whole lot that they can do. If they're speeding up those rockets and stuff, then they can start bringing resources from Mars or whatever once their ships get that fast. What's up, Satoshi? Not. I've made 3 trades. All 3 trades was losses. I've lost a little bit over $100 so far today. Getting too gung ho. But YTN's made a decent rip. Other than that, let's see, whereas the VXRT had a decent break of the VWAP here. Not too much else going on at the moment, Satoshi. But yeah, the flying people to space for 250K a ticket or whatever, I mean, that is definitely luxury, and it's not gonna, you know. Hypersonic travel between LA and Tokyo in less than 2 hours. See, I didn't see anything about that either. That's why I want to do more research about that company, because I know they've got the ground travel that they're working on as well, too. I don't know. They're working on future stuff, Daniel B. It's all future. Flying to space commercially and hypersonic travel across the earth, and it's all things that could change the way we travel in the future. So well That's true too. That's too true. That's true. America's, I don't know. It's a you know, Virgin Galactic is definitely a risky investment. I said that in the video too. I said it was risky. I said I like the potential it has. It has huge potential. Like I said, it could change the way we travel and the way that we, you know, move around in space. But at the same time, it is very risky. So I'm not in a disagreement there with you, Daniel B. I definitely think it's definitely a stock that has a lot of risk, and anybody thinking about investing in it should be aware of that. I don't know about that, Daniel B. You seem to not understand how fast technology is advancing, buddy. 30 if I live in 30 more years, we could be teleporting in 30 years. Well, now if you think it'd be 100 years, I don't think it's going to be as long as you guys think it is. As long as America doesn't collapse after this lockdown is over, then I think we're going to have some. I think we're going to have some Renaissance times. I think we're going to have. All right, we'll give you guys my predictions. All right, this is my predictions on the future of America if we make it out of this. My first prediction, and I want you to mark this on your calendar because I'm pretty adamant about this. David, a smartphone is not. You're underplaying it. You want to say a microwave to self-driving cars, which we have, then yeah, that makes more sense. Smartphones, I mean, eh, like we have self-driving cars. We have CRISPR Therapeutics who is uh, working on gene editing to where they can go into the DNA of a virus and or your DNA. If you have a disease, a genetic disease in your DNA, they can go in and they can clip the strand of DNA that is corrupt, pull it out, and then put the two split strands back together. So they're working on curing diseases through genetic modification and genetic editing. That's pretty big. You know, that could change the whole medical field because we don't have any type of medical things like that. But anyway, back to my predictions. You're downplaying technology really hard, Daniel B. From microwave to smartphone is a huge understatement. So, but anyway, my first prediction is I think in the next 2 years we're going to have legal marijuana in the United States, and I think they're going to legalize it on 4/20/2022. I have nothing in my house. I love CRISPR too. One Life. I've got some shares of CRISPR myself because I think that's gonna be. I think that's groundbreaking. The type of technology they're using. What changed in TV development? I mean, you're talking about consumer appliances, Daniel B. You're not talking about technological advances. Like they're not going to come out with the highest grade TVs they can right away. They're going to keep getting as money, yeah, running water and heat. But I have a virtual reality headset that I can go anywhere in the world and see the place in, virtual reality. I didn't have that 60 years ago. Streaming service. Like, there's so much. Like, look, you're talking about technology, and I'm sitting here talking to you through the internet while I'm day trading on on another platform. Like, this is like 20 years ago, this wasn't even an option. Like, technology has advanced so far. You're downplaying it, sir. The future is now, old man. I'm not going to tell you again. But yeah, anyway, I think we're going to get the medical marijuana 04/22. I'm sorry, April 20th, 2022. And that's going to start a marijuana renaissance. And Daniel B, you don't know about marijuana, so don't start jumping me on this one because there's already a show on Netflix if you guys haven't watched it, and there's a huge importance that this show has. It's kind of a dumb show, but I think it's called Cooked with Cannabis or Let's Get Cooked or something like that. It's a newer show, but basically it's just three chefs that are cannabis chefs making different dishes or whatever, and some celebrities are trying them. But what this show is doing is showing people who may not know much about cannabis that there's other uses for cannabis besides just getting high. I mean, of course, they're getting high in the show with the food and all that, but they're actually seasoning the different foods with the different strains of marijuana. So, you have all these different flavors. And so if you treat it like a herb, it's a whole new herb that we've not had. And once it's legal in the U.S., I think we're going to have this renaissance. I think we're going to have cannabis restaurants and cannabis lounges, and it's going to be huge. Yeah, that too. Good point, One Life. I think you're naive, Daniel B. I think you are extremely naive. Naive is not what I'm saying. I'm optimistic for the future, and common sense is saying like it's common sense that technology is advancing. It's not a question whether technology is advancing or not. It is advancing. Every single day there's something new. So like it's gonna keep happening. Like you're being naive by saying that a technology is not going to advance that fast or that it hasn't advanced. Like we're close to a technological renaissance as well. I'm telling you, we're going to get there. It may not be the U.S. who does it. It may be a different country who starts the technological renaissance, which wouldn't be surprising at all. Yeah, space travel is not advancing because nobody's been trying to really advance it. But we do have a space station that's floating around up there with people in it. Right now that's orbiting the Earth. We do have that, so there is some advancements there. But the way tech, yeah, China number one. I would probably agree with that. But there's technology you can't. I know we're busy with a vaccine. Yeah, I know. But like technology, multiple parts have to advance in technology. Like a computer is not like you're not going to have an Apple computer go to like some super 5G network Apple computer in just one hop. You've got to have the chips have to advance. The CP, the whatever, the hard drive has to advance. All the little components, all those pieces. Same thing with space shuttles and things like that, and autonomous cars. There's so many little pieces of technology that have to advance first, and once all those advance, then you get big advancements in technology. So the little advancements have been happening. We're getting stronger chips every year for computers. We're getting closer to AI. We're getting closer to all these different things, and it's going to eventually happen. Once all the parts line up, then you're going to see big technological jumps. NASA NASA is government funded, isn't it? Is it NASA government funded? Isn't that our actual... Isn't NASA our a federal department, or am I wrong about that? I don't think NASA's private. Yeah, no, it's the federal government space agency. So NASA's not trying to fly to space because we're 20 or 30 trillion in debt. You know, we can't even afford to pay anything right now. We're printing out money left and right. So yeah, of course, NASA's not going to be sending people or doing much technological advances. Our country has to be in a stable economic place for an economic boom to happen. You know, to actually have money for our government to put towards space travel. But if you got, you know, Elon Musk, who has Tesla right now, it's a huge company that is still growing. Tesla will probably send people to space before NASA will, you know, here soon, because NASA's funding, I mean, they can't do but so much. Let's set up my things here. Here we go. Try to look around. You guys got me talking. That probably sounded stupid because I couldn't remember if NASA was actually government funded. But some agencies are government agencies but are funded privately. So I just wanted to make sure that it was funded by the government. Which, if it's funded by the government, it's funded by the taxpayers. And that's another thing. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to get into all the politics of things. But I'm sure I sounded pretty stupid, so that's okay. I'm fine with it. Non-Americans will pay for this. See, that's the thing. You're looking solely at America. The blue numbers. You talking about right here? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. This blue box, Steven. Because I will do a lesson on this if that's what you're talking about. Just let me know real quick and I'll make sure. I don't know. The rest of the world, Daniel B. What do you mean? Americans are behind the rest of the world right now, or a lot of the other world, you know? We're not... That's what I was saying. We're in so much debt, and we're getting in more debt. So, like, of course, America's not going to be doing much, but America will have the chance to try to turn things around, I think. I think we're going to get that chance. I have an optimistic look on the future, so that's just me. Is this what you were talking about, Steven, though? You said the blue numbers? Yes, okay. Perfect. So this is level 2. And basically what your level 2 is your window into the orders that are coming in. So this one right here, and these two go hand in hand. Let me spread this out. So this is time and sales up here, and this is level 2, and they go hand in hand. But time and sales is going to be the orders that actually get filled. So every buy and sell order that goes through is going to pop up here. Now on the level 2, you're looking at what orders are coming in as far as limit orders. So like the stock's moving really fast, but this side is the bid side. So this is the buy side. So you can see the buyers and the size of their orders. So the bid right now is 1527, 1526, and then the bid size is 4. Let me get a stock that's not moving as fast, because it's gonna be hard to explain this if you can't see what numbers I'm talking about. All right, so you can see here on RDHL, the bid is the buy. So this guy has an order, whoever this guy is, at 853. All right, and then the bid size was, this guy's moving too fast too. All right, so 840. All right, so the guy's got it at 840, and the bid size is 37. Now with Thinkorswim's level 2, you have to add 2 zeros to the end of the bid size. So like this one is actually 100 shares. So this is an order. This is an order for 100 shares at $8.45. Same thing with the next one. Then this one's 200 shares at $8.43, and then this one is 3,700 shares. So you add those 2 zeros, that makes it 3,700 shares at $8.40. And on the other side, this is the ask. So this is the sellers. So you can see there 852, 200 shares. 850, 200 shares. 850, 200 shares. 850, 3,400 shares. And what you're doing, this is going to show you supply and demand. So once you realize what the bid size and the bid is, and the ask size is, you can get an idea of the function of supply and demand. So if you have a lot of buyers here at 850, say you got, like right now you have 500 shares, but say you had a whole bunch of bids going down at 850, and at 852 there's a whole bunch of selling. You can see the resistance at 852 by looking at all those sellers, because you're looking for support and resistance as part of your supply and demand. So like, let me go to a quick one, because now I can show you on a quick one if we can see some resistance. So 1525 is probably some resistance. 1525 popped up over here on the ask size. Let's see if it pops back up and see how many sellers are there. But you want to see momentum, you want to see the buyers outweigh the sellers. And you can do this with level 2. You can see green is popping up, so buyers are starting to come through there. A little bit of selling, but right now the buying's outweighing the selling a little bit. So we got some support here at 1520, and that got taken out, so now we're dropping back down. So you're just using these two together to give you an idea to see how strong some support and resistance areas are, and see if the stock is going to keep getting momentum. Yeah, no problem, man. And there's actually there's actually one video, I think, in the day trading lessons for the level 2 and timing sales that explains it a lot clearer. And then there's one for support and resistance as well that also talks about level 2 and time and sales together. But yeah, you're just using it for that supply and demand. You can see, if you watch it, now that you know what these numbers actually represent, you can kind of see. And it takes some experience to read the level 2 and time and sales, because sometimes it acts funny. Like, you'll see sometimes weird things pop up on the level 2 and be like, okay, that's kind of strange, and you got to kind of, just balance everything out and figure it out. But like, if there's, say at 1525, 1525 pops up on the ask, and there's, 100,000 share seller, then that's going to be a heavy resistance line. It's going to have to sell. Somebody or multiple people are going to have to buy 100,000 shares at 1525 to take that big seller out. If that seller does not get taken out at 1525, then it's not going to break over 1525. So let's see if it pops up here so you can see an example. So you can see there's a little resistance at 1524 because there's a lot of sellers here. And you said at 15.24, you saw how there was all these sellers on the ask size. There was some decent size orders at 15.24, and it couldn't break over 15.24. It started coming back down. Yeah, value. I agree with One Life on this too, and this is what I was telling some people in a different Facebook group the other day. It's like valuation and technical analysis and all that right now, as far as investing for longer terms and even day trading and swing trading, we've seen they don't really mean anything at the moment. You know what I mean? Like the government is buying stocks right now. They've told us they're buying stocks. They've told us they're buying mortgages. They told us they're buying bonds and treasuries. The market is being manipulated. And just like AYTU being manipulated, and you can't call when it's going to rip and when it's not going to rip, same thing with the stock market. The entire stock market is being manipulated by the government, and that's why the SPY just keeps running and running. So, like, all your normal thinking of investing is out the window right now. Like, any thoughts that you have that used to work for investing is not going to work right now. You have government fingers all through this stuff. So it depends on what they want it to do to where it's going to go. So, and right now I know Donald Trump does not want the economy to drop and the stock market to drop before this election happens. So I'm going to stay on the government side and stay bullish because that's what they want. So we know that. We know Donald Trump does not want the stock market to drop. So yeah, the market is not a free market. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's all that traditional stuff. You just got to throw it out the window until the government pulls their fingers back out of the economy. If they ever do, then investing is going to be a little bit different. I mean, hopefully they do get out of it soon, but you know, right now they're going to do everything they can. They're going to keep throwing money at it to keep it from dropping. It's basic manipulation, just on a lot bigger scale. Like Sabby is manipulating AYTU, and Donald Trump is manipulating the stock market. So that's what's going on. Yeah, One Life is all over it. He knows what's up. That's awesome, man. I'm glad the live streams are helping you. That's why I do all this for, is try to help you guys out, the new traders, and just have a community for everybody to come to and hang out at. But for day trading, you definitely want to be day trading on Thinkorswim and not Robinhood. Robinhood is there's going to be a lot of issues that you're going to deal with on Robinhood if you're trying to day trade. And like there's big issues with Robinhood. Like a couple of weeks ago, like Robinhood was freezing up and having all kinds of issues. But yeah, that is definitely right. One Life, you've got it. It doesn't take an economic genius to look at a lot of the big companies the government shouldn't be bailing out any companies. It's not whether they're bailing out the right or wrong companies. They shouldn't be bailing out any companies whatsoever. In a free capitalism society that we're supposed to have, the government is not supposed to be involved whatsoever. If a business doesn't know how to stay in business, then they go out of business and somebody else gets the chance to come in and step up. So Like, there should absolutely be no bailouts. And because of that, that's why they're all in debt. You look at AMC's balance sheet. AMC's balance sheet, they're like 4 billion in debt or something like that, 4 or 5 billion, and they've only got 200 million in cash. You know how expensive it is to go to the movies. It costs $20 for a ticket and then $50 for a cup of Coke and a little bag of popcorn. And AMC is in $5 billion in debt and only has 200 million in cash. It's nonsense. And they're not the only company like that. There's a bunch of them. And that's because the government comes in and is like, oh, we'll help you out. Exactly. If you don't have the bailouts, then everybody gets an opportunity. And that's why we've had so much divide between the lower class and middle class and the upper class, is because the people who are getting rich and continually getting rich, the big company people, they get bailed out so they can continue to keep getting rich personally. They don't care if their business is profitable. They only want their business to make them enough money for them to be rich and do whatever. And because of those bailouts, these people just keep getting rich. The lower and middle class never gets a chance to come into the market and step in. Or if you do, it's hard. It's hard to get started with a business now and get it to grow. The internet's helped quite a bit with that, but at the same time, the taxes you have to pay as a self-employed person are twice as much as what a W-2 person pays because the employer pays the other side of taxes. So it's hard to start a business, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Like, if a company fails, then you should be able to come in behind them and, like One Life said, buy their company, their failing company up for way cheaper and turn that company around, or start your own company and go into direct competition and push them the rest of the way out of business. But yeah, exactly. They act like Delta and Ford won't exist and there'd be no jobs. But that's the other thing, man. The regulations are so tough on businesses that a lot of companies have moved their manufacturing out of the country. A lot of manufacturing went over to China because it's so hard to start a business. You have so much that you have to pay because you have to pay unemployment. Like, if you quit your job and you go unemployed, the government doesn't pay your unemployment. The company you worked for pays your unemployment. Now, of course, right now, the government is adding $600 to unemployment, but still, like, that makes it, like, having to pay unemployment makes it hard to budget, because if you need 20 staff members and you hired 25 to try to make sure that it works out, 5 of them are going to quit or leave or whatever. Something's going to happen and they're going to go on unemployment. So now you're paying for 25 employees and you only have 20 employees. Doesn't make sense. So there's so many stipulations and regulations that make it hard for manufacturers and stuff to be in America. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy. It really is. But as the stock market goes, if the government's gonna hold up the economy and hold up businesses and keep the stock market going up, then you got to be on that side. You can't go against them. If you go against them, then you're going to lose. Like, until something dramatically changes, the government has all the power, especially right now. They've got all the power. I mean, 90% of the U.S. has their hands out right now. Where's my stimulus check at? You know what I mean? Like, they have the power, all of it. And if they say that the market's going up, they want the market to go up. Guess what? The market's going up. Tesla's going to 5,000, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. So you got to be on the right side. went too far. It's went too far, and I don't see. I mean, there's ways that things could get better, but and that's why I'm calling for marijuana to be legal by 04/2022, April 4th, 2022, legal marijuana. It will either be before then or it will be then. It will be on that date. Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong, One Life. You are not wrong at all. You pull up the SPY, like SPY was down to 218 and it's back up to 286 so far. So it's moved, $70 in a month. Yeah, a month and 4 days. The SPY has moved $70, and people keep people keep saying bull trap. It's a bull trap. It may be. It could be. But at the same time, even if it is a bull trap and it starts crashing down, I think the government's just going to push it back up again. So I don't know. Yeah, it's I don't know. That's why I say, like, my motto is, when I invest in a company, if I'm actually investing long term, like, I want to like the company. Like, they've got to be doing something that I like. Like, I like Intel and AMD because they are the only ones in competition for computer chips. I know Apple's coming out with their computer chip, I guess, whatever, but nobody cares. Apple can go off somewhere, but Intel and AMD, their chips are going to continue to advance and get better, and they're in computers and Xboxes and PlayStation and all that. So, like, I like AMD, I like Intel. It's different things like that. See, you're having when you press time and cells. Oh, you need to link it. So link all your charts and your time and sales and level 2 together. So right here beside the ticker symbol, you'll see link, and just change it to where, like, I have mine on red 1. So I just put them on red 1. You can see I've got the AT ladder with that and the time and sales. I've got the red 1 here on the level 2, and then I have it on all my charts. I have it on my news, and I have it on my watch list. So I have everything linked up. So that's probably why it's not showing. Uh, it's probably not. That's probably why it's not showing what you're trying to see. If you're doing it exactly how I've got mine set up right now, then these two probably would be different stocks if they're not linked up. See if that fixes it. If that fixes it, you should be good. Because I'm not sure what else it could be. But yeah, Steve, let me know if that works for you. But yeah, you want them all the same color. Right. Well, I figured he probably had his charts on the same ticker that maybe he's got on YTEN, but these were not showing what mine were showing. So maybe he didn't have those linked up. That was my guess. I could be wrong, but that's what I was just kind of thinking maybe he was having an issue with. Here, I'll switch it back if you're looking at YTN to make sure it matches up. But yeah, it's a crazy, crazy world we live in. Yeah, Daniel B. America could very well be next. I think it's not a I think it's. I don't think it's far-fetched that America could be next, but I'm very optimistic. I think America. You have it on VRXT and they're all linked, but it won't come up. And you've got the 4-square layout up here. You just got 4 squares. What did I just do? Oh, I just made it. Okay. Can you... Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. America's not America anymore. I mean, it's not wrong. But like I said, I'm optimistic. I think something will change. And it sounds kind of like I don't want to sound like a narcissist for the country or anything like that, but America is a very important country. We have, you know, a lot of pull in the world, although we're losing it. But I think America, I'm optimistic. I think something's going to happen and it's going to get back on the right path. But Amerirona, I'm trying to think of why this wouldn't be showing up for you. So Steve, your time and sale. Let's see, your time and sales is not showing up, and then your level 2. Well, you said it's only halfway showing up. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you figure this out, but it's kind of hard. I was hoping it was just that easy fix, but it's kind of hard for me to see what it's doing without seeing it. If I could see what your level 2, whoops, if I could see what your level 2 and time and sales look like, then I could help you out a little bit better. Yeah, if for some reason you can't Google it and figure out why it's doing that, you can also go to the support chat up here in the top right corner and click support and then start a live support and you can ask them. They can try to help you. Thinkorswim. You get free customer service with Thinkorswim, which is nice. And if that doesn't work, if Googling it and talking to support chat doesn't work, find me. I don't know if you're in the Facebook group, but if you're in the Facebook group, message me on direct messenger or send a picture. Basically, figure out one of the ways to contact me and send me a picture of what it is doing so I can see and maybe I can help you if you haven't figured it out by then. Because if I could see it, I might be able to help you, but. And you can still do that anyway if you're having trouble with Google and support chat, because sometimes things don't always show up the first time when you're looking with Google. No problem, man. So all right, guys, I think I'm pretty much done for the day. I got a lot to do, ready to get back tomorrow and get back to some good training and not bad trading like I was doing today. If anybody's got any more questions, suggestions, or ideas, go ahead and throw those in the chat. We'll give the stream about 15 more minutes here. What is that? What does that mean, Daniel B? What does that got to do with anything? Oh, my abs hurt. AYTU is not trading like a barcode. Did they finally let off of AYTU? It still seems a little barcodey to me. In pre-market, it definitely did. It still seems like a little barcodey because look at the tops of these candles right here. The tops of candles are still cutting right off right here. I think the volume was hiding the barcode because AYTU has had a lot of volume today. But yeah, on the 5 minute, it does look a little better. Yeah, no, I think the barcode's still there. I think there's just so much volume, it's keeping it. It's hiding the barcode. But it definitely doesn't look as bad as it did. They may be slowly letting off of the manipulation. You know what I mean? They may be like pulling it back just a little bit at a time before they let it rip. But who knows? There's no tell. There's no telling with the manipulation that's going on with that crazy stock. VXRT coming back up some more. This is a very easy, predictable play, and this is what aggravates me when I do stupid stuff like I did this morning. Is you have an easy little U shape that formed on this, and you know could have got a pretty decent entry there, and rode this up to $4. COVID coming. I don't understand. I don't understand what you mean by that, Daniel B. Let's see if VXRT is going to break $4 though. They tried to break $4 earlier and it got up to 407. That's as far as it got. You're in at 371. Well, you're already up in profit, Dom, so you're doing pretty good. 371, that's a pretty good entry. Let's see if it gets it here for you. See if it can break $4. Yeah, if it breaks $4, it's got plenty of room after that. It is making a nice another little U shape here though, up to $4. At this point too, you can almost stick it on a trend line and kind of look at it that way. Hi. Listen, the portfolio power up. Okay, so it's really hard to get guests for that show. A lot of YouTube personalities are in the stock market niche, like whether they're day trading, swing trading, whatever they're doing. Those YouTube personalities, most of them do not want to associate with any other YouTube personalities. I have reached out to so many people, and I've reached out to people with channels smaller than mine, and they still will either not answer me or say no. Like they don't want any part of being on anybody else's channel. Like the stock market community, for the most part on social media are very toxic. So I'm trying. I promise I've been trying to get more guests. So yesterday, One Life was going to be on the stream, but on the portfolio power up. One Life got busy, so I was pushing it off to see if we could do it today. One Life's in here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One Life was supposed to join me yesterday, but he got busy. It happens. You know, people get busy. It's not a big deal. But if One Life wants to jump on there today, we can do it today. You know, if he doesn't, yeah, see what I mean? He went to the grocery store. He's like, screw that guy. The guy with this stupid YouTube channel, always talking crazy. But no, if One Life wants to do it today, we'll have the episode today. But like, I was just waiting to see if he was going to be on it this week, because I'm trying to get other people. But I know I don't have to have guests, but I would like to have guests. The point of the show, was to have guests on to give people different perspectives from different day traders and investors. Now watch, if my channel gets up to like 50,000 or 100,000 subscribers, I guarantee people will be begging to be on my show at that point. But right now, I guess because I don't have that many subscribers, people are like, I don't want to be on his show. But that I don't understand that train of thought, especially channels that are smaller than mine, because I have nothing really to gain from having somebody who has a smaller channel than mine on my channel. But they have plenty to gain. They could be getting audience, reaching an audience that they don't have. So I don't know. I don't understand it personally, but I think everybody in the community should work together and build each other up. But I can't force people into thinking a certain way. Listen, the channel will eventually get there. I'm not giving up on this channel. I'm going to make this channel grow as much as I can, and I think 50,000 subs is not that outlandish. Selling your accent. So, yeah, if One Life, if you want to do the show today, we can do it. I've got a book of discussions to have. Look at here. Let's see. Look at there. I got a whole page full of stuff for the episode to talk about. Ugh. But yeah, we can do it here in a little while if One Life wants to. So, I don't know. I wish I could get more people on there. Like, I really do, because I've been trying. It's kind of frustrating that other people don't want to be on the show. But One Life is down. So, all right. One Life is down. I'll get with One Life after the stream here, and we'll figure out what time we're going to do it today. Because I do have a lot of stuff I've got to do, so I'm going to have to squeeze it in at some point. I don't know where, but we will squeeze it in. Let's see if I do want to see before I end the stream. I do want to see if this is going to rip here. If VXRT is going to rip for Dom. Because it is right at this $4 mark. Fire him. I can't fire One Life. You got to be employed to get fired, and One Life is One Life. He does what he does, man. You can't fire One Life. One Life is willing to. Yeah, Daniel B, if you want to get on the show today, we can have us a nice, conversation between three people. I was trying to say that without it sounding dirty, so hopefully that worked. Oh, Dom, you might get it here. A bunch of big buyers just came in at $3.95 on the bid. Oh, and they just got taken out just as quick. I thought it was about to rip. Yeah. Well, I'm doing it pro bono right now as well, too. Hopefully soon that changes. But, I would love to be able to pay One Life to be on the portfolio episode, the portfolio power up episodes eventually. If he decides to become a permanent fixture. Lot of selling. So if Steve, if you're still in here and you're looking at this level 2, you can see there's it says 1,300, but you got to add those 2 zeros. So adding 2 zeros to 1,300, that's 130,000 shares at $4. That is going to have to get bought up for this to break $4. It must rip over 4. You'll step in. It looks like it's going to try to get it. There is a lot of resistance at that 4, but if it can keep tapping at that 4 here, need to see that $4 mark on the ask so we can see how many orders are getting taken out. It is a lot, 130,000 shares, but it's not that much, because if you look down here at these volume bars, and you see on the side this says millions, so these numbers right here on the volume bars are the amount of millions of shares. So, right? Yeah. You can see this is this candle right here, this 1 5-minute candle, and this volume bar was 500,000 shares that went through on that candle. So, I mean, there is a very big seller at $4, but that seller could get taken out if enough buyers come in. Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know if I would say it's the same as driving a car. I would say it's similar. But, yeah, I mean, I guess. That's fine. I was going to get really, really deep on that, but I don't think I need to. One Life trying to get in here too. See, I got $12. You see, there's still a lot of sellers there at $4, but it's trying. Let's see if they start getting taken out. So now they're starting to go down. So you want to watch these big numbers. If they start going down pretty fast, then $4 could break out. So 4 is starting to break down. Still struggling. It is slowly breaking down, but It's not breaking down as fast as I would like, though. It is really struggling to really do much damage to those big sell orders. Let's see. Trying to see how many big orders are coming through on the time and sells. There's a decent size. Okay, so now it's starting to crack down a little bit. Still held up though. Yeah, whoever they is, they don't want it over 4. That is a lot of selling at 4. I think maybe It may have to make one more little U shape. Like maybe 20 more minutes of a little consolidation right here below $4 for it to try to break. If it doesn't break here in the next few minutes. That's a good open on that candle though. Let's see. See if buying volume starts coming in now that that candle opened up above the 9. You might get it. Let's see. You can see it's slowly getting taken out. All right, Mark. See you, buddy. Have a great day. Appreciate you watching as always and giving out your insights. The volume is just not coming in. It needs more buying volume and it's just not coming in. Yeah, I agree with you, Daniel B. I could easily see it get to $5 if it can break 4 here. But it is really struggling. We've hit it 3 candles in a row though, and it has took out some sellers. But the volume, this needs to be $1 million, or yeah, not million, but 1 million share candle right here. We need these buyers to outweigh these big sellers there at $4. Let's see real quick, is anything else doing anything? I just want to see if anything else could take volume away from it. OAS with a big U shape back up to the 200. NAT did break 7, but the XRT is starting to come down. Naked's still holding $1. So I'd say the next test of 4, it needs to break. This is kind of like the little U shape I was talking about. If this candle closes kind of where it's at, and then the next candle opens up at like maybe 396, 397, and then we get the rip, like just a little tiny U shape. As long as it can hold up the 9 EMA. A little bit of selling here, but if it stops testing that $4 resistance, it's probably going to come back down. At least to the VWAP. But it's still looking okay for now. It just depends on where this candle closes and what the next candle does. Because I don't think we can ride under that $4 resistance for very long. All right, so this candle needs to it definitely needs to come up. It doesn't need to get any lower than that, though. You could be right, Daniel B. That was a lot of selling that $4 for sure. But we want to see it testing again. If it's going to break, it needs to start testing 4 again real soon. Because if it doesn't, then it's not going to do anything. It's going to sell off. Got a decent sized seller at $3.95 now. Crack trend line, you're out. So you're out of it, Dom? I think you did pretty. I mean, you know, you got in 371. If you got out already, then I mean, it's still like 20 cents or so a profit, depending on where you got out at. So it's still a good win. Still a pretty good predictable win. Because right now it is sketchy. Like, it really needed to break there, but... Oh, you're still in? Oh, if it cracks, you're out. Gotcha. I thought you said it did crack. I don't have the trend line drawn in here, so... And we'll give the stream about 5 more minutes here, 10 more minutes, see if this is gonna break. I want to see if it's gonna break, personally. The volume has gotten pretty light on it here too. It just needs buyers to come in. Oh, there creeped in a buyer. 12,000 shares at $3.93. Ooh, ooh. And that, I don't know if that buyer's going to get taken out or not, but he started getting taken out. Cash account all the way. I don't recommend doing anything overseas because, especially right now and where we're at in the world, it's real sketchy. So, you know, if America collapses or something, it might start going here. We're coming back up to 4 now. It's making that little U shape, like I was saying, if it can keep doing that. But it needs to get back up to 4. But yeah, cash account for sure. You don't want to be trading on margin. Being a newer trader, margin is too sketchy. But yeah, just do a cash account. That's all you need. Yeah, it is kind of a big wedge. Yeah, here it goes. See if it's going to get the buyers. You see $4 on that ask. Come on up, $4. See, it still hasn't hit $4 yet again. It got close, but it's like $3.98 was the top of that candle. $3.97. Um, I mean, it kind of depends on what you're trying to do. Like today, I used all my available funds making those 3 trades, which was too much. You know, I made some mistakes this morning and some pretty much bad trading. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna get. It looks like it's starting to crack now. But like starting out, for you just starting out, I wouldn't trade, but like maybe $5 or $10 at a time, just till you get used to it and you feel comfortable. Like you need to practice for a while before you really start going gung ho and throwing money at the market. You want to really try not to risk very much. That's what I'm saying. Like $5 or something here and there, and just try to trade a couple of shares at a time until you get consistently profitable. And then when you're consistently profitable with $5 or $12, just buying a couple shares, then you can scale up a little bit and start maybe buying 20 shares when you're going into a day trade. And as long as you're still staying profit, just keep scaling up. Scale from 20 to 40, then 40 to 80, then 80 to 100, something like that. Nice. Congratulations on the business degree. That's awesome. But yeah, just scale up and worry about your percentages later. Just for now though, just only be trading just a little bit. Just a little bit of cash. So, yeah, so I mean, you still got a ways to learn. Day trading is not a it's not a get rich overnight thing. It's a skill that you continually have to hone and get better at. I've been doing it for 5-ish years, and I still have days where I'm doing really stupid stuff like this morning. So it's all about discipline and controlling your emotions. Once you learn how to spot the possibilities, then it gets a lot easier. Thanks. I do not have a business degree. If I had a business degree, it'd be from a smaller college than Columbia. It'd be like McDonald's Tech. That would be where my business degree would be from. But yeah, like One Life saying, you gotta start out slow, baby steps. Take your baby steps, for a couple of months till you start being profitable, and then you can scale up. But there's a lot of different opinions out there on how much of your account you should be spending on a trade. Some people say 5%, some people say 10%, some people say, go all in when you got a small account. So, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I studied in Bogota. That's pretty funny. Bogota, Colombia. Oh, well, yeah. As far as on a cash account, it takes 48 hours. So say if you've got $1,000 in your account and on Monday you trade $500, that $500 will not be available again till Wednesday. So I kind of like to trade half of my account, which is kind of what I do. As I can see, I'm like around $1,500, $1,600, and today I had 1,000 available. Tomorrow I have about 500 available or something like that to trade with. So I split my cash account up. That way I have cash every day to trade with. So you're not going to be able to, on a smaller cash account, you're not going to be able to make 20 trades a week, which you really don't need to be making 20 trades a week anyway. That's kind of over trading. But you can split it up to where, say if you're starting, it's because you're starting out, you're going to start out with $20 to trade with. Trade 10 on Monday, 10 on Tuesday, 10 on Wednesday, 10 on Thursday. Do it like that. Yeah. Like Daniel B's saying. But all right, guys. The hunger is getting real. Guys know how I am. Once it starts getting around this time, the hunger monster starts showing its ugly head. So I believe I'm gonna call it a day for now. We will be back with Portfolio Power Up a little bit later today. If you guys are not in the Facebook group, go to Facebook groups and join Framework Fortune Day Trading. One Life is in there. Daniel B is in there. Dom is in there. I think Mark is in there. There's a lot of people in the chat who's in the Facebook group. You'll be able to, talk with everybody there, ask questions, whatever you want to do. And then I'll announce in the Facebook group what time the Portfolio Power episode is going to be at today, because I don't know yet. But I'll announce that in the Facebook group too. So appreciate everybody joining me as always. And we will be back later, and then be back tomorrow morning as always. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Until later.